After Rangers have secured the services of former Everton Director of Football Kevin Thelwell, the excitement is brewing at Ibrox. It's set to be a busy window for the Light Blues, and the fans can't wait to see who will be a part of the new era at Ibrox. Ahead of the potentially biggest transfer window Rangers' recent history, the Ibrox club are set to sign a defender as a deal looks imminent. We will look into this in today's video, whilst also going over all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, Rangers and the US consortium, primed to complete a takeover of the club, have broken their silence on the productive talks to purchase a controlling stake at Ibrox. Andrew Kavanagh, a US health tycoon, and 49ers Enterprises are leading the deal for a 51% takeover stake in Rangers. And, speaking for the first time to Sky Sports News, a statement broke the club and consortium's silence on the impending deal. Rangers and its existing controlling shareholders are in productive conversations with the two lead members of the consortium, Andrew Kavanagh and 49ers Enterprises Global Football Group, about the potential for the consortium to acquire control of the club and to inject additional capital, the club and consortium told Sky Sports News. These discussions reflect a shared recognition of the importance of Rangers FC's long-term direction, ambitions, and management. Earlier this week, we told you that Kavanagh and 49ers Enterprises have finalized a route that will secure a 51% controlling interest in Rangers. Kavanagh has been in discussions with key shareholders since October in a bid to reach a consensus to herald in a sweeping regime change ahead of the new campaign. And those talks, which have also included 49ers chief Parag Marath, are now close to being finalized as the legal process is worked through ahead of a handover of power. It is understood that an announcement is still several weeks away. Reports in recent days suggested that former director Sandy Easdale held a potentially decisive say in the takeover as Kavanagh and Marath sought to secure enough shares to give them the boardroom power base that they require. RFC News understands that Easdale's stake in RIFC plc, which now reportedly stands at 2.25%, is not needed for the deal to be completed, however, and suggestions that there is a snag in the takeover are wide of the mark as all parties work towards a completion date. RFC News previously revealed that the deal could be finalized late next month. A source close to the negotiations told the media. Talks have been ongoing since October to get enough shareholders on board to ensure that the 51% mark can be reached after a new funding issue. The 51% is secured. It is only the legals and regulatory approvals that are holding things up. Marath is the chairman of Leeds United and celebrated promotion to the Premier League on Monday. That situation has no bearing on the Rangers deal, however. The fate of United will not impact 49ers Enterprises' involvement at Ibrox, and the agreement is not contingent on what unfolds in the final fixtures of the second-tier campaign. Former Ibrox chairman Dave King will sell his major shareholding as he ends his 25-year association as a board member, director, and chairman with his boyhood club. John Bennett will also offload his stake to give the American consortium around 20% of the shares in RFC plc. The remaining shares that are required will be accumulated through percentage deals with a handful of investors and a future rights issue as the new power brokers prepare to make significant investments on and off the field. As previously reported by RFC News, significant changes around the top table are expected as familiar faces at Ibrox make way for the new regime. Now in some massive transfer news, Rangers are interested in Dundee's Josh Mulligan, who is out of contract at Dens Park this summer. The 22-year-old also attracting interest from clubs south of the border in the English Championship, is a versatile player who can operate at fullback or in midfield. The 10-time Scotland under-21 cap is a graduate of the Dundee Academy and signed a 2-year contract extension at Dens in the summer of 2023 after the club were promoted to the top flight. A strong ball carrier who favours playing on the right-hand side of the pitch, Mulligan's Dundee teammate, Lyle Cameron, has already signed a pre-contract with Rangers that will see him join the club this summer. Rangers' summer business retains plenty of unknowns, with sporting director Kevin Thelwell joining when his contract with Everton expires at the end of the current campaign. Rangers have 11 first-team players out on loan, alongside several members of the now disbanded B team. Mulligan, who created Dundee's opening goal against Rangers as they held Philippe Clement's men to a 1-1 draw at the turn of the year, has 5 assists in the Scottish Premiership this season. There is a recognition internally that Rangers need to improve the physicality of their squad in certain areas this summer, with Mulligan's profile fitting that requirement. Out of contract this summer, he has been free to talk to interested clubs since entering the final 6 months of his contract. Mulligan's minutes played by position this season demonstrate a versatile player with a common trait. When he does play, it's normally somewhere off the right-hand side for Dundee. That is in order to isolate his best strengths: ball carrying, duel winning, and running off the ball. Mulligan is a comfortable dribbler of the ball with the ability to jink inside or push past defenders and reach the byline. When operating in more central positions, it's common to see him run beyond from a starting position in a 3-man midfield and occupy wide pockets of space. Looking at the 22-year-old's successful carries in the Scottish Premiership, ending in the final third this season, a tendency to run on the right is obvious. Similarly, Mulligan's key passes, ending in shots for a teammate, demonstrate a tendency to hit the byline when creating chances. Like fellow academy graduate Cameron, Mulligan has surpassed 100 appearances for the club, a total he hit during a 1-0 defeat against Rangers at Ibrox in December of last year. You very rarely see many academy boys make 100 appearances for one club, to be honest, he said during an interview with the Courier before the game. For me and Lyle to do that is really good. Like I say, hopefully the other boys can do that as well and kick on. Hopefully I can be involved somehow this weekend and make that 100th appearance. Games at Ibrox are always good ones to be a part of, definitely. Ibrox is massive. It's a massive stadium and a massive club. I'm looking forward to it. Technical director Niels Koppen has previously outlined the club's intention to make better use of the Scottish market. In an interview with the media last year, he said, "It's one of our objectives to try and sign one player a season from another Scottish club if they're there and the deal makes sense and it fits the plan." So, what do you think? Do you think Josh Mulligan is the right man for Rangers? Being a free transfer, it is certainly a low-risk move, depending on the amount of compensation Rangers will be required to pay. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so make sure you join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.